Hello all, I'm Ultraviolent4, and this is The Adventures of Ziggy Gold Dust, Episode 2, Season 4, Zig Level 19, although we're about to head into Zig 20. So we've got 7 more floors of this Zig to go. I was going to say of this, Zig and this were mixing up in my mind. We are currently training Fire Magic so that our Firestorm doesn't fail anymore, and then we're trying to max armor and dodging. Why just throw shields on as well? Yeah, why not? So then I don't have to think about it as much. And then once we've done all of that, we'll keep training throwing so that we've got javelins of penetration. And then at that point, I don't know what we'll train. It'll just be silly. Maybe translocations so that we can eventually have control blink castable. But I don't know. That one's not so much of a big deal because we have 38 scrolls of blinking. Speaking of scrolls, I have remembered. So if that brought you back, let's read our scroll of requirement. We're going to go for armor. Basically, the only two that I could see making any sense would be armor or jewelry. But I'm going with armor. Oh, that's not what I meant. Well, it's a glowing crystal plate armor, so that's not that special. We can find out what it is. It's a +2 crystal plate armor. That looks really cool, especially holding the WCAD here. That looks really stylish. We've got a blue and white shield, a blue armor, WCAD blue. Our shoes and our cloak are all blue. That looks amazing, but we can't wear that. Got our Pearl Dragon scales, unfortunately. Doesn't look as cool, but still pretty cool, I guess. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. So on to Zig 20. Let me just check. So we've got a plane flying over there. It's extremely loud. That one just might have buzzed my roof. Just doing one last check to see I haven't left anything on the floor. Alright, I think we're good to go. Zig 20. So at this point, we're pretty deep. We're 4 zigs in. You would expect these floors to be kind of scary. It's another jelly floor. Alright, so these ones aren't too bad. I think we have arc corrosion at all times. Indeed we do. How do we have it? I wonder. It's on our ring. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's a pretty sweet ring, that one. It's got +10 int on it, which is insane. It's giving us RLEC and then arc corrosion at all times. It's a pretty insane ring. That one is ignition. Yeah, cool. I should be carrying the elemental staff as my default on floors, I think, because by wielding that we get 5 more AC at all times. But I mean, do we ever take damage? We don't really. I don't know. Having the WCAD out is lazier because I don't need to switch. Maybe I'm gonna mess these around. So let's make the elemental staff A. I'm gonna make WCAD B. It is already B, and the Demon Trident of Elec is W, because the Demon Trident of Elec we don't even really need to carry around with us. We barely need that. Melee damage. Who melee damages things? I'm not gonna ditch it. We could have to use it at some points, but yeah, it's not a big deal. A manual slings. No thank you. Maybe if we had more item slots I'd carry that out just for the lols. Because I mean at some point we might end up maxing every one of our skills anyway. The Rapier of Toscus. I don't know why I'm even bothering to test these random artifact weapons. I mean, well, they could have +10 int on them. That one has +6 int. That's pretty amazing. But that's not what we're looking for. I want +10 int. Or do I? Maybe. Oh, we can test that out. Oh, not save and exit. Trying to find +int items. Can't find anything matching that. Trying to see if there are really other high +int weapons that we can wield. Because that was int +6. That might be Oh, okay, never mind. There's a plus 10 in rapier. Okay. Alright, so if we want a plus 10 in weapon to hold, there is one. It also happens to have strength -4, which is pretty bad actually. Okay. But the point is, in +6 isn't quite going to cut it. So we can drop whatever that was. The Rapier of Tuscus. Nope, not strong enough. Some of these items would be so amazing just on a regular character, but because this one has such stacked gear, it's like, nope, nope. You don't give me absurd things, so you're basically worthless. Yeah, we are looking for, well, okay, we're not really. So with javelins of penetration, that's one way to kill things, but there's also, you can get hand crossbows of penetration. But now that we have javelins of penetration, we don't need both really. That will also just take up more item slots. Let's keep going. Zig 21. I'm still not going to pre-buff. I don't know. Think about it all the time. Alright, so we have unavoidable damage with these shambling mangroves now in the form of their constriction. So I guess we shatter them. That works. Basically two-shot them. Let's pull out our Wukadmu. Feel less protected from missiles. Wow. We lost our deflected missiles. That hasn't happened for a very long time. I went to 23. Just gonna glaciate these things. Shatter's not really doing much to them because most of those guys were flying. Cool. Let's redo our deflected missiles. I can't remember the last time I've had to do that. I forgot that it was a thing. Just sort of accepting it as we always have deflected missiles at all times. See an artifact amulet. I can't imagine what I would need to want to replace 4 scrolls of requirement. Wow. But to replace the amulet of the 4 winds. Because having clarity is amazing for a mummy. We got 6 more javelins of pen. I think we're done here with the floor. Let me do a test. And then we're going to do 4 acquirement scrolls. And we'll try to get something a bit better than a +2 crystal plate armor. 4 acquirement scrolls, that's crazy. It's a regular shield. I mean, we can have a look. No. Oh, and that contaminates us. Yeah, so I guess we get punished for having a look there. No regular shield is ever going to be better than a large shield. I mean, our +3 large shield isn't that exciting, but it's still going to be better than any regular shield. I like how our +3 large shield of recklessness is better than our +7 large shield because it happens to have +3 strength on it. Why are we so weak? Are we just weak? Our gloves are strength -4. I see. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, well I guess we need a big large shield and we need to be able to take our gloves off to ditch the current one that we have. Let's keep going. Requirement, again. Well, that's the +10 large shield of ignorance, so talking about big large shields. This would unacceptably lower our strength, and it would also lower our int a bit. So I don't like this even though it's also technically more shield. This is another unrand out though, so we're going to be carrying this with us. Let me wait off that contam. What's our turn count? 300,000. 310,000 turns. It's probably the highest turn count I've personally ever done. Bloodstained plate armor. No, thank you. Artifact boots. Plus one pair of boots of fun. Well, the RC plus would help a bit in terms of our gloves, but we'd lose our RF because I think we still have max RF. Okay. Oh wait, no, but that's I didn't take the gloves off. What am I talking about? Okay, we wouldn't have max RF. We'd only have one pip. That's unacceptable. We could maybe have two because we can always potion petition for resistance, but I don't want to be walking around with only one. So, will I carry these boots? I guess we'll carry them for the moment. I've already forgotten if I checked this. I better check again. We really don't want to leave artifacts. No, we're good. Zig 22. Because of the contamination, we've lost a bit of our int and dex, but they'll both come back really quickly. Yeah. Zig 22. Remember, oh, here's a, no, it's an elf floor. I thought it was a fire floor. Remember that this is all unexplored territory for me. I've never been, well, I've never mega-zigged before. In fact, I've only ever done one regular zig. So, yeah. I'm not entirely sure how much the difficulty ramps up as we mega-zig, so I'm always extremely nervous as we do this. Oh, I failed that. Silly Wukad Moo and not working. Shields to 26. There's so much gold everywhere. It's an absurd amount of gold. I think we're done. We're up to 60. Oh, I went past it. There was a chance there. I don't know. Maybe you'll see it if you slow down in slow motion to have 66666 gold. That's not the right one. Tried to drop the mace. Oh, there it is. The flail. We have 10 scrolls of enchant armor. I think once we bring these scrolls out, we'll have enough for the rest of time. Then I'm not going to bother picking them up anymore. So one search I can do, which I've been told, is that I can search for artifact, and that will make sure. So I find this harder to pass through actually because it's showing us everything that we're carrying. Yeah, actually I think this is more difficult than just doing everything on the floor. Alright, let's keep going. Zig 23. We're going to pre-buff. I'm going to say no. Who pre-buffs? We've been slowed. That is okay. I need to be really careful about this calcifying dust actually, because we can get petrified as a mummy, and if we get petrified, we can't cancel it. And so one way that you potentially deal with that is you use statue form, because if you're a statue, you can't be clouded, so you can't be petrified, but we don't have that option as a mummy. We can use Glaciate to stop him calcifying, I think. I don't know. We could, if we went and stood in the freezing cloud, that would work. That would be one way to do it. We need to get magic points back. So crazy. Just seeing so many caustic strikes on your screen at once, and then just also seeing them disappear all at once. It's pretty amazing. Armor 24. There was some dream sheep mixed in. Fortunately, as a mummy, we can't ever be slept. That's another quite annoying Zig monster if you have multiple dream sheep, because you can't ignore those. We've just found the macabre finger necklace. We're probably never going to use that though, because of the clarity from Four Winds again. So this lets you wear a third ring. It's pretty funny. It's a finger, so you put the finger around your neck, and then you put the extra ring on the finger. Makes sense. But yeah, I don't think we can ever give up clarity. If we want to use, well, one, if we just want to be a mummy, but also if we want to be using Majin Bow. Not Majin Bow. Wukadmu. Let's acquire armor again. We acquired a slimy chainmail. We don't want that. I don't like having no slots free in case I'm trying to auto pick up artifacts. Can't really afford to lose anything. Do we have plus? Do we have another plus invis ring outside of the Zig? Yes, we have the Ring of Umbra. Okay, that's probably just better. So we can ditch this plus invis ring here that we're carrying around. Yeah, okay, fine. So that gives us a new slot. Nothing else here. Zig 24, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 more floors. Still not pre-buffing. It's a snake floor. Alright, well, these are super easy. These guys all just die to shatter. Except for the Quicksilver Dragons, they don't. I don't really recall seeing Quicksilver Dragons in my snake pit often. I don't know, apparently that's a thing. Man, it's so crazy, just watching huge waves of enemies just disappearing. I press one single button, we lost our deflector missiles again, and they all just disappear. Oh. Look at them all getting distracted. It's pretty amazing. I didn't pay much attention, but if you have a look at the message log here, you can see a lot of being distracted by nearby gold going on. It's pretty useful. Let's get deflecting missiles again while I remember what's going on. One final Naga warrior who's late to the party is dying in the cloud of freezing. Very sad death. I felt like one glaciate is enough. I don't need to hit him with more to rub it in. The Sword of Power. Okay, there's another artifact. Another manual of throwing. We really need this stuff. I need more slots. Okay, let's just ditch. Am I ever going to use an Ice Blast wand? If I ever want to Ice Blast, why wouldn't I just Staff of Despater? It's just better, right? think that's correct. I can also just ditch. We're never using a file of floods. It's just never going to happen. I can see us using Fan of Gales to blow something away. I can see us using sacks of spiders and boxes of beasts if we're silenced, maybe. But yeah, I don't see why we'd ever use a file of floods. We'll just put this cloak on. We get immediately punished because it's a contamination cloak. I very much like the strength +6 of it though. I can imagine using this with, like, I'm imagining all these different tech changes that we could do. So we talked before about getting rid of these gloves, etc. But then we need more strength and so on. Upgrading our shield. Having strength +6 on this cloak is pretty good. I don't know. I think just for the moment we want to stay with invis. So we get contaminated. We didn't lose any stats apparently. I'm trying to pick up. Oh yeah, manual throwing. Damn it! I actually can't afford to carry this stuff. I think we just ditched that cloak. We can find a better strength cloak at some point that also has int on it, I believe, and is also a +2. That's a C invis ring that's also wizardry. Is that just better than the other C invis ring we have? The other C invis ring is int +5. I don't know. We sort of don't really care about wizardry at this point. We're just going to max all our different spells. So I'm just going to ignore that one. So many plain +0 flails, +0 robes just lying around. Can you? Oh, you can do this in alphabetical order. That makes it easy to go through because then all the flails just stack. That's a lot of robes. Alright. Ready to keep going. I'm gonna fall asleep apparently. Let's remember to actually start this level with the elemental stuff out so that we can have +5 AC. 51 AC is a lot. It's going up because we're training our armor. Yeah, right. So I think we had 43 AC and now we've got 46 from that extra armor skill that we've trained. And it's going to keep going up as we get to 27 armor skill. It's pretty cool. How is Firestorm looking? 2% failure rate even without wizardry on. So that's basically done. I mean, we'll take fire magic to 27 because, well, what else are we going to train? But yeah, we shouldn't be failing that very often anymore. Zig 25. I'm scared. Someone hold me. It's another swamp floor. Don't you remember all the gold dragons that are on the swamp? Yeah, so the thing is, we can start the floor with this elemental stuff. It's all well and good, but then we very quickly run out, and then we want the Wukadmu. So I don't know if I even bother with it. It doesn't seem like it's worth the effort. Because we run out of magic points before any enemies even reach us, and that +5 AC would even matter. Oh, we lost our magic. Enemies is disappearing. How do you... Oh, that's tornado. How do you fail with the Wukadmu when you have 27 evocations? It should just always work. I'm not actually complaining, it's crazy strong. It's just finish off that alligator. $73,000 gold. I wonder if there's a maximum amount of gold before the game just starts glitching out. I couldn't be bothered with these regular weapons. That's the Glaive of the God. That's an unran up. We need that one. Oh, we're out of slots again. And we're going to need more slots because in the end we need to pick up the figurine of the Ziggurat. You just dodge, you can just, I don't even remember words anymore. I don't even know what I was going to say. We can just ditch our 16 potions of experience. That's what I was looking for. Also, Torment. Do we ever need it? I mean, those floors that are susceptible to Torment just die really quickly to our spells. I think it just doesn't matter. I'm just going to get rid of those. So we got the Glaive of the God now. Got 2 more Zig floors left. Yeah, there are many fewer items when it's not a floor that has monsters that are humanoid and wielding weapons. Zig 26. Let's not have another Panlord floor. Excellent. Not Panlords confirmed. How do we get hit? I have deflected missiles. It's not fair. I mean, I'll take acid floors, jelly floors all day, every day. These ones don't worry me in the slightest. The only way to die here would be to accidentally get paralyzed by floating eyes, but even then, it's difficult because they die very quickly as soon as they get on the screen. I guess if we didn't have clarity, we could get perma confused by golden eyes. But we do have clarity, so that's never happening. So yeah, if you just give me acid jelly floors every floor, I'd be pretty happy game. We're ignoring spears. We're not ignoring rings. Accursion are like, yeah. 35 boxes of beasts. There's so many boxes. What do you do with that many boxes? Like, I'm imagining myself as sort of like a Pokemon trainer. Like, you're only allowed to carry 6 Pokemon. Imagine if you could have 35 different Pokemon at once. You'd just be unbeatable. And in this case, our boxes have more than one beast in them potentially. So we're talking about, you know, maybe 100 beasts here. Imagine you've got your 6 Pokemon and your opponent has over 100. Just, I don't know. Doesn't seem fair, right? Alright, we got one more floor of this Force Zig to go. I'm still not pre-buffing. I don't know, I'm not afraid. I mean, don't want to waste any gold when you've only got 74,000 of it in the bank, right? This might be a Kikaitis floor. We're seeing some cold themed enemies, so need to watch out for silent specters here, but that's about it. It is a Kikaitis themed floor. Oh wait, no! The silent specters aren't in Kikaitis. They're in the undead one. What's that one called? Tartarus. Yeah, okay, so it's the Tartarus theme flaws that I'm afraid of, not Cicadas. Cicadas is fine. Yeah, okay. This stuff all just goes down to ignitions and or firestorms. Okay, yep. Okay, remember, pick up the zig, pick up the zig, pick up the zig. Do not leave without the zig. Do not leave without the zig. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. How about I run to it straight away and get it? Because we need to lose a slot. Did I just see some random buckler? No. Let's draw up the Wand Ice Blast. We also have a lot of cloud charges, 24, and I never ever use those. Let's run immediately to the Zig. I think is it always on the exit? No, it can be under things, so I can't see it yet. So we need to search, oh, there it was. Let's get the Zig fig right now. Alright, so we got that, so I can't accidentally leave without it. If I use all my identify scrolls, we can make a new slot. +7 strength, great. Int -4, not so great. And we appear to be done. Let me just double check. Wouldn't want to miss anything that was hidden with my eyes. Okay, I think we're done. Can I get my Ice Blast back? If I drop 3 scrolls of Identify or I drop one of these random things? It doesn't really matter. I'm never going to use Ice Blast. Rather than use an Ice Blast charge, I'd rather almost always just use the Dissipator stuff. I can only imagine it's some situation where I need AoE from a distance, I'm silenced, and our HP is so low that I don't want to take extra damage off Dissipator stuff. But in that case, you probably just want to kill whatever it is, so I don't know. Maybe it's something that's immune to damnation like a Hellion. Oh, I've talked myself into it. Alright, what can we lose? Do we have C invis outside? No. Or a regular C invis ring, which is almost as good as this one because the +5 int doesn't do much, but it kind of does, I guess. Ugh. You know what? If I need an evocable and it's not Dissipator, we can always use Wand of Acid. Okay, so I'm fine. So we got the Zig Fig. We checked that there were no other artifacts here, which means we can exit. I'm just really nervous. Let me double check here. Also, if you've got ideas for some good ASCII art that I could draw with shops, let me know, because then we could start actually spending this gold. We might buy some stuff finally. But I think we're done with this zig, so that's 4 zigs done now, which for me is a record. We still have infinite zigs to go before Ziggy's adventures come to an end, so no shortage of zigs still to come. But yeah, I've never done 4 before. I've never done multi-zigs before, so it is always exciting. But that's going to be it for this season. So next we're going to do some regular crawl. I'm going to try to get one more game in before the next game of the month, which I've got a pretty good idea what I'm going to make game of the month too. But again, if you have ideas for that one, even if it's just a genre, I'm thinking probably what I'm going to do is make it some sort of relatively beginner mage combo. So we did a beginner melee, which was a Minotaur fighter last week. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe a Gargoyle Earth Elementalist, which is a classic, or maybe some sort of Draconian for the next game of the month. But yeah, if you've got ideas, let me know. But that's going to be it for this season of The Adventures of Ziggy Golddust. So I'll see you all for whatever's next. I know what it is. It's a cosplay challenge run, actually. But you'll have to see that when I get to it. Bye.